Hello everyone, my name is Connor. Welcome to Lighthouse Bitesize. This evening we're going to be hearing from Jackie. She's going to be talking to us about Shalom and rest. But before we do that, we're going to jump in with a time of worship.
Silences the enemy. Let praise be a weapon that conquers all anxiety. Let it rise. Let praise arise. We see your name in the dark and it changes everything. And we sing with all we are and we claim your victory. Let it rise. Let praise arise. We'll see you break down every wall. We'll watch the giants fall. Fear cannot survive when we praise you. The God of breakthroughs on our side, forever lives in light. With all creation crying, God, we praise you. We praise you. Let faith be the song that overcomes the raging sea. Let faith be the song that calms the storm inside of me. And let it rise. Let praise arise. We'll see you break down every wall. We'll watch the giants fall. Fear cannot survive when we praise you. The God of breakthroughs on our side, forever lives in light. With all creation crying, God, we praise you. We praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. We'll see you break down every wall. We'll watch the giants fall. Fear cannot survive when we praise you. The God of breakthroughs on our side,
We live in a noisy and manic world that never ceases to stop. We're often rushing from one thing into another, and those demands can be absolutely constant. For example, the apps on your phone are constantly calling for your attention. The world news, for example, overwhelms us with negativity and chaos, and we actually find ourselves completely worn out. And that is without family commitments, job, etc., etc. And we actually find that our souls are craving for rest and stillness. What is that? What is rest? Why do we feel that we need it? Well, basically because we were created to rest physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We hear so often how important it is to take time out, and yet our lives seem to be more busy than ever. And have we listened to the lie of the enemy sometimes, that he gives a sense that we have so much to do that actually if we stop, we feel guilty. So what is rest? A big question. And there are many, many books that have been written about it. So I just want to give us some pointers from a biblical perspective to think about. Maybe the first thing we think of about rest is having a day off, chilling out, a day of leisure, being with family or friends. Physical rest, and rightly so. But is there a deeper meaning to rest? I mentioned that we are created to rest. In Genesis 1, after Adam was created, the following day he woke up to rest, because on the seventh day God created rest, or ceased from his work. Genesis 2:2-3 say, by the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. Now, God didn't rest because he was tired. God doesn't get tired, but he rested in the completeness of his work. So you could say then, rest is satisfaction that comes from accomplishment, a completeness of a task. I'm sure we've all know that experience when we've had a big job or a big project to do, and when we've completed it, we feel relieved and rested. So is rest then a day off from work, a satisfaction from a completed task? Is that it? Well, if we go back to Genesis 2, chapter 2, verse 3, we see the word holy. Now, the first thought that may come into your mind is, oh, you mean Sunday, going to church, that's being holy. Yes, it is a day that is set apart, and these things are right. But is rest more than that? Rest is not just physical. It's a heart attitude, a heart restfulness. True rest, I believe, according to the Bible, is to restore our souls by spending time with God. And that is why Jesus said in Matthew 11:28-30, in the Message paraphrase, are you tired, worn out, burnt out on religion? Come to me. Get away with me and you will recover your life. I'll show you how to take a real rest. Walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I love that phrase. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. I won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. Keep company with me and you'll learn to live freely and lightly. Rest, then, is the tangible expression of God's presence. True soul rest is to spend time in the presence of God, to just be with him. That's why we read the words in Psalm 23, which most of us could probably quote. It says, "He makes me lie down in green pastures and leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul." So spending time with our Heavenly Father and Jesus is the rest of God himself. And when we do it, we will experience his shalom. The Hebrew word shalom means wholeness. The gift of shalom is harmony of the soul and mind in peace in the fullness of God's love. Rest is something we move into. Shalom is something we experience. So I ask the question again. Do we know what true rest really is? And do we experience his shalom?
You come
But it's been really great to hear from Jackie this evening with everything she shared. I really hope that it spoke to you and that you've been able to get something out of it. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to join us again next Sunday, but until then, have a really good week. See you later.